And I found that I've developed long-term relationships, which has been really important. I've had support from the project when required, and I have not only heard my own voice heard, but when I've been going out to the communities, I've had to form long-term relationships to build up levels of trust and ease of communication, and I've been in the place of having to feed back, and I have seen the people whose opinions I've captured have been listened to as well. And I think that's one of the really important things. It's great to have a research project where people are listened to, but they need to be able to see that they have been listened to. So whether I'm being researched or whether I'm a volunteer or a tool of the research, the fact that you're actually seeing the entire process, or as much as the process as possible, has been absolutely invaluable.
Well, I think will be a lasting kind of, say image isn't the right thing, but, a memory, if you like, of seeing things actually come to fruition from little ideas, then there's somebody who with the know-how, but actually, yeah, it's not such a daft idea after all, we can do that. And actually, somebody with the expertise that could do that, because it's all very well, like I say, I mean, our youth group they're abounding with ideas, but, where do they go to put into practice, and it is just fantasy really to them, So actually having somebody who have the connections, if you like, to do some of this and put it into reality, and I think that's why when they actually were brought as prototypes, really fired people up, because they think, wow, this can work, and I can be listened to, and some of my ideas can happen. And I think it was just that kind of enthusiasm that was, that people went away with, I think. That it can happen, and I certainly think, if it can happen again, I think you started kind of further up the ladder where people aren't thinking, oh well, yeah, it's a good idea, but I can't do that, Well, you can, So I think the trust is there, and I think probably people will be more readily engaged, I would say, in something like that, because it's demonstrated that these things can happen, and fire people's imaginations, and that's great.
It's a massive university. The resources they can get, they have, which we could never ever envision seeing any of it. You know what I mean? As I just mentioned before, the media boom. You know what I mean? We couldn't see anything like that. The technology got in there, and for a bit to be able to access that, you know what I mean, on regular basis. Well, you just, and you say it, and the cost is nothing. So, like groups like ours, you know what I mean? There's always a cost related to anything. Now, to be able to access facilities like that, for free, it's only going to be beneficial for us and the communities, and as I say, and for the universities itself.
When I responded to Lisa's request to come and join a group of writers to write in response to stem cell research, I didn't realise it was anything to do with public engagement. It's been very successful for me because I've got a body of work out of it. I've worked with writers who I wouldn't normally work with, and I've worked with a topic that I wouldn't normally work with. So it's been very, very successful in my terms. As for the public engagement bit, well, that was just by the by, really.
Without Bespoke, I wouldn't be interested in politics, I wouldn't be interested in filming, I wouldn't be interested in people, I wouldn't be interested in communities. I wouldn't want to help. Not that I wouldn't care about them, but without Bespoke I wouldn't have the means to do it.